lights.
Jason, the Youth Center in Kewanee is a medium security facility that houses more than 200 male juvenile inmates. On Saturday, union reps say 17 juveniles between 18 and 21 began a spree of violence, putting the only guard on that wing in harm's way. Union members say the state could have prevented things like this. The Illinois Department of Juvenile Justice is investigating the Youth Center of Kewanee after union reps say more than a dozen inmates began a rash of violence on Saturday.
There are a large variety of assaults that happen in Kewanee.
Dino Leone is a union rep for correctional workers at Kewanee.
There were approximately 17 youths from the ages of 18 to 21 that took a garbage can, a chair, started smashing out a secure area where an officer was in.
Dino says there was only one guard on that wing during the brawl, and the bulletproof glass that surrounded her was no match for the determined inmates.
Knocked out the bulletproof glass in there and took pieces of glass shard and started, threatening that officer at that point in time.
We called the Illinois Department of Juvenile Justice, and they gave us this statement. The Department of Juvenile Justice is investigating the events over the weekend at the Illinois Youth Center in Kewanee. It is our policy not to comment or release information that is of a sensitive nature as it pertains to our youth centers.
In this type of work, it's a dangerous type of work.
While nobody was hurt this time, Dino says these kind of incidents could be prevented if the state would hire more correctional officers.
Unfortunately, as you see what happened in Kewanee and other places, we don't have the staff to ensure the security out there.
Dino says that's a problem the state must address. Union reps also say that low staffing has been a problem in the Illinois Department of Corrections for more than a decade, including juvenile center.
So in the article, The Kids Behind Bars, there are over 2,200 juveniles in Illinois, according to the Census Bureau. It costs about $86,000 a year to keep juveniles in the Illinois system. This shows just